Thanks for clicking through to this video. Please watch all the way to the end for a chance to book a free strategy session with me when you're done. I help people, primarily recent graduates, young professionals, families, pre-retirees, and business owners, to eliminate debt, build wealth, and leave a legacy. The people who work with me tend to pay off all of their debts, including student loans and mortgages, about 8 years or so sooner. They retire 4 times wealthier and pay significantly less in tax throughout their lifetimes. I follow a goals-based planning approach, whereby we sit down and map out your life from now until some arbitrary point in the future. We then place some milestones along the timeline. Things like buying a house, starting a business, educating children, retirement, and so on. Each of those goals then gets its own financial plan, because you need to manage money differently if you're planning on using it for something like purchasing a home or sending kids to university, versus letting it just sit there and grow as part of your retirement income. We might also consider things like life and disability insurance around each of those goals in case something happens to interrupt your plans along the way. Once the plan is in place, we monitor it regularly to make sure things remain on track and make adjustments as necessary. But really, you must be thinking, who is this guy? My name is Lauren Christopher Scheel. I know Lauren tends to be a female name, but back in the 70s when I was born, my parents didn't really know that. My father is a first-generation Swede. His mother's family emigrated to Canada from the forests north of Stockholm around 1910 or so, and my name is a shortened version of the Swedish name Lawrence. Kind of similar to the more common English name Lawrence, but pronounced with a subtle Z sound at the end. But my parents, they didn't really want me to be called Lawrence or Lorenzo, so they dropped the S, not realizing that about 10 years later, Lauren would become a very popular name for girls. Too late. My birth certificate says Lauren, and I'm cool with it. Besides, it makes for a fun story, don't you think? C'est la vie, or should I say, Santar leave it. Anyway, here's a picture of me and my family circa 1980 or so. I'm the cute one in the middle down front, not the dog. And here's a couple more recent pictures of me and my wife Brenda from our vacation last summer down in Washington, D.C. Anyway, I started working as a financial advisor around 2011, and I opened my own firm, LCS Financial Security, about 10 years later. Prior to that, I'd been working in the music business as a production and manufacturing rep for an independent record company. That was back in the days when we all got our music on CDs. Remember those? Well, somewhere around 2007, that whole business changed, and I needed to figure out something else to do. My wife, Brenda, you remember her from the photos previously, and I decided to move back to her hometown, which is Ottawa, to help take care of her aging parents. Earlier that year, her father had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease and needed a lot of support. So it was through that experience that I started to really understand the importance of having a solid financial plan, one that can withstand a long retirement or a sudden illness, and one that mitigates taxes and provides a lasting legacy for the people that are closest to you. So that's when I developed the plan that I follow with all of my clients today. The one that I mentioned before, where we eliminate debt and build wealth and leave a legacy. Most of my clients can achieve their goals by allocating the equivalent of 1 hour per week of their income towards a financial plan. Just for clarity's sake, that means if you're making, say, $75,000 per year and working 40 hours a week, I can help you achieve a solid retirement and leave a lasting legacy for as little as around $40 a week. And that would include an investment plan with some RSPs and TFSAs, some life and disability insurance, even a personal health plan if you don't have an employer-sponsored coverage, all for approximately 1/40th of your income. Pretty cool, eh? All you need to do is sign up for a strategy session with me. In that, we'll spend about 30 minutes or so on a video call talking about your goals and dreams and building a roadmap for you to achieve them. There's no obligation. Just click the link in the notes or respond to the email that I sent you this video through and book your strategy session with me. 30 minutes could be all it takes to change your life. Visa snart. That's Swedish for see you soon.